Hey, it's Alan from YourWeddingHub.com, and it is Friday, which means it's time for the story of the week. And I'm sitting here with Andrea from GoLuckyPhotography.com, and I'm going to see if she's got any good stories up her sleeve. But I want to tell you one. This is kind of a segue into that. I haven't told Andrea this one before, but Andrea, I was doing a wedding, and this just, to me, talks a little bit about how the officiant and the photographer got to really work together as a team. But it was a wedding that we did actually here at the chapel, and the florist, and I'm not going to mention any names here, forgot to deliver the flowers. Oh. And they were supposed to deliver them kind of right on time, and it was an evening wedding, very elegant. It happened to be a small intimate wedding, which was great. But bride custom-made dress that was just a storybook, great cover photo for a wedding magazine, this dress that this gal was wearing. And at the time the ceremony was supposed to start, I'm standing in the chapel with the groom, and he's on the phone to the florist, and they still happened to be open. It was 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening, so yeah. And said, "This is so and so. When are we going to get our flowers for our wedding?" And they said, "Well, what date is it that you're having your wedding?" And the florist said, "Well, what date is it?" And he said, "Today." "Well, what time's the wedding start?" "As soon as you get here with our flowers." The florist had forgotten about it, and the photographer in that particular case did something that I just thought was brilliant. And she said to the bride, "You know what, let's just go ahead. And you've got that cute little handbag. Why don't you just walk down the aisle with that?" And it just kind of turned that moment around that could have been a disaster, could have been just a real negative on their wedding day. It just sort of diffused a really bad situation. And to me, I thought, wow, what an awesome thing that she did. Just kind of diffused a bad situation. Mm-hmm. If you got any stories of things that have happened on a wedding day that definitely were not planned, that you just had to sort of make the best of?
There are definitely events that have come up. One in particular sticks out. It wasn't very long ago. I was at the location, everybody is there for the ceremony. We're ready to go. We're just waiting for the bride to arrive. And she's coming with her daughters. And we were inside, and I was in the bride's room waiting. And they were, okay, she's here, she's pulled up, okay, she's coming in. And I guess on the way in, she had tripped. And that's what I heard later, but she came into the room and she had her arm up, and I said hello, and then she said, "I think it's broken." I'm like, "What?" Not really sure what's going on yet. And
wow.
She's like, I think I broke my arm." Okay, let's take it from here, So I ran, got family, and they quickly ushered her back out. And then the next thing I know that I'm told is that she's at the walk-in clinic. So
Andrea, you're telling me you didn't say, "Hey, the clock is ticking. You've heard me for so long. I got to shoot this."
It was such she was so calm and just so relaxed about it too, and I knew that she wouldn't be gone for too terribly long during the time of day that it was and everything. The only thing that she could go do was go to a walk-in. So they wrapped her up and sent her back. Wow. And it was all white and done very beautifully. Meantime, I just
stayed with the wedding colors, white cows.
Yeah. And I just stayed with, there was a lot of children there, so I stayed with them, and they had crafts for them and things like that at this facility. So we just had this great photo session with the kids while we were waiting, and because I knew that'd be very important for them. So when she got back, she was still just all smiles and ready to go. Great. And we had just a couple minutes to maybe take some pictures of like the bridal beauty pictures before her wedding, and she's all done up, and in that one she had her arm up in the sling. And smiling, just ready to go. And I mean, I thought her attitude really just pulled it all together from that point as well. And everybody else that was working there too just picked up where we left off.
So she just carried on and made the best of it.
Mm-hmm, definitely. It was a part of her wedding day in the end. And the way that it
definitely
all
be a story to tell. There's no question about it. And did you sign it? GoLuckyPhotography.com on the,
I wish I would have. I wonder if later on people had. But it's a big part of being a professional when it comes to these things, is that no wedding is exactly the same. You have to be adaptable from the start in the first place. And then the fact that anything can come up, you really have to work with it. And
stuff happens. Yeah. Somebody else said it differently, but stuff happens, and in that situation, you just have to say, "Hey, we're going to make the best of it. This is our day." And so that's a good story. And my hat's off to that bride who just sucked it up, put a smile on, and made the best of a day. Thanks for joining us on YourWeddingHub.com for the story of the week. That was a great story, Andrea. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Check out Andrea's work. Go LackeyPhotography.com. I think I got it right, didn't I? Yep. Awesome. See you next week.